Okay, gonna keep this hand for sure. We have the Stoneforge Masterwork, which is nice. We're in round 2. We're on the play. Did our opponent have us on the play there? No, I forgot. I feel like our opponent chose for us to be on the play. I'll have to look back at that, or maybe one of you can tell me. Would like to draw a waste or a spawning bed. That'd be cool. Get a nice turn progression. Otherwise, I'll have to wait till the translator's there, but ooh. Well, this is actually kind of nice. I should have waited on the Stoneforge Masterwork, huh? Well, I guess not, actually, because now I get to play Blister Pod plus equip it. The Sky Scourer, that is. Okay. This probably works better. Blinding Drone. Well, no colorless mana yet. That's good news, but that does stop our Stoneforge Masterwork rather well. Lead by example's fine. Alright. So let's go Blister Pod. Alright, did have the colorless mana. So now I kind of want to rip a land so I can go equip plus lead by example. Bummer. Well, he has to tap the Sky Scourer, though. Guess we just re-equip anyway. I think he would have tapped Scourer, so I'll just get my point of damage in. This way I can lead by example next turn. No play. So he can sweep away, I guess. That's okay. Got the 4th land. Got the 4th land now. I don't need it. Alright, let's swing. Bummer, bro. Hmm. Second Swarm Surge. Taps a Blister Pod. He takes 4. Doesn't seem good enough, does it? Convisions. That also doesn't seem good enough. Alright, so I guess he can tap my Blister Pod now. He's not using his Blinding Drone at end of turn, which is can't be correct. That's a big threat. Guess I know what I'm visions of brutalitying. At least he's tapped out. Now I kind of do wish my... Well, actually, I guess this is fine. Now we get to swing at the blister pod too. Certainly don't mind the chump block, and the double block's actually pretty good for us too, so he's taking it, which is good news. You can't really attack with Deathless Behemoth either. Alright. So we still can tap something down, which means I do want a 5th land here. Got the 5th land, so play the Translator now. Which is going to let us play the Matter Reshaper next turn, set up for a Swarm Surge. And we'll offer a Culling Drone for a Slaughter Drone, I think. Although, yeah, it makes sense to me. Get the Slaughter Drone off the table so we can't trade with our Translator. Does make this slightly weaker, but we're going to be playing another Eldrazi. I'm just going to do it. We'll get the... I mean, it's going to make for a worse Swarm Surge overall, I guess. But next turn I can play Matter Reshaper, and he... I think getting the Slaughter Drone off here is actually reasonable. If I had another mana, I could have re-equipped, and then it would have been a moot point, but I think I'm actually okay with this. I didn't have to do that, but I feel like him having the option of Death Touch later could be a bigger deal. All right, digging. Oh, multiple Oblivion Strikes. Well, the major bummer with that is now I can't attack and I can't play Matter Reshaper, so that's not great for us. That was a good draw. So he taps the Blister Pod. I think you will. We're going to jam the Matter Reshaper now, because I'd rather have the ability to attack with that next turn. Wow. 3 Oblivion Strikes, huh? Yeah, Grasp of Darkness. It's pretty awesome for my opponent. Not so good for me, though. So I can draw Hissing Quagmire, I can draw Eldrazi Spawning Bed, I can draw any creature. I have a lot of good draws here. Ooh, that works too. I think we're going to use it too. I'm kind of interested in finding something to play. Can't play that though. Like I said, we have 2 man lands to draw. Eldrazi Spawning Bed, and we have Hissing Quagmire. So there's not a lot of dead draws, I don't think, besides lands, right? We really don't. We really don't have a bunch of dead draws besides lands here. Unfortunately, we do have the non-bow of Remorseless Punishment with Deathless Behemoth, but there we go. We'll do that. We're going to sack it right away. So I want to make plays this turn. That's a good one. Blighted Gorge targeting this. All right. So we'll just sack it in response. Good value for us, to be honest. Did rip another land, though, however. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Lead by example. I wish it was a creature instead. It's just not exactly what I'm looking for. So let's say you tap something and I attack. Well, we'll do it anyway. See what he taps. Yeah. Question is, am I willing to trade a Scion for a Slaughter Drone? Probably. On the off chance that he blocks with the Dwar Isle Avenger? Probably. Yeah. Alright. Well, this is the trade I wanted, so I'll take it. I mean, protects our skies. We don't get to sack it to Vampiric Rites, but we're not getting pecked away for 3 points of damage a turn from above. Just basically, once again, just need to draw some man lands or creatures, and we're right back in business. I'm not ready to sack my Lagak yet, but we'll see if I have to. Ah, bummer. He drew before we did. Oh, man. I'm hoping he forgets that this Deathless Behemoth can kill us next turn. Well, I think we get close to dying next turn anyway. This and Quagmire, I mean, it's just funny because it would have been useful, like, I can't even comprehend how many turns ago. Now it's probably better to just activate and sack it. So I probably have to block. Because he could have killed us there with Deathless Behemoth, I think, right? Or maybe not, actually. No, he could have tapped that down and killed us, so I don't think he knows about Deathless Behemoth being able to kill us, which is good. It just sucks. Yeah, it just sucks. Basically, it just sucks. He's got 2 blockers now, too. I mean, I'm wondering if I want to, like, block and sack. I just don't know if that's better. It probably is better. I basically just need to draw something here. I don't know what I can draw, though. That's the problem. Like removal? Catacomb Sifter? Like, sacking it gains me a life, but I don't know. I don't think it's better. I think if I just don't get the dudes off the board, I lose. If I try and draw but leave it on the board, I lose. You know? That's what it feels like, at least. So we're going to activate this and sack it. Because I'm looking for better things. Well, Oblivion Strike helps. Waste doesn't, though. So if I Oblivion Strike the Blinding Drone, it's basically I'm gonna hope he doesn't know how Visions of Brutality works. I'm still in kind of a boatload of trouble, though, is the problem. I guess I can Oblivion Strike the Reclaimer, but then he's still getting in with the Flyer. So I don't know if that makes sense. It's a tough spot. I wish I could do something about this Reclaimer. That's the problem. This Oblivion, the fact that Oblivion Strike's not doing enough here is a bummer. It's just a bummer. Like, if I kill this, he still gets in from above. If I kill this, he still gets in for 4. If I kill this, he still gets to tap and get in from above. There's, like, no good Oblivion Strike target, is there? I guess I hit the drone. But then he still gets to smash in for lethal. Ugh. It's killing me, guys. It's really killing me. I'm going to Oblivion Strike the flyer. I feel like I have less ways to deal with that. Like, at least this way, I don't know. This way it doesn't help me at all either, to be honest. My opponent could have killed me like 2 turns ago from Deathless Behemoth, though. Probably. Actually, maybe he couldn't because we had the blocker. He might figure it out now. The fact that our opponent can kill us here is so crazy. All right, so we got a sack now. All right, well, and I already played my land. Ugh. And then I just screwed it up. Well, what would have happened? I would have sacked it. I could have equipped. Oh man, it would have been so much better for us. All that time I wasted, and then I screwed it up right at the end by playing the land. This game hurts me inside. This was such a painful game for me. All those turns of drawing blanks so I could draw into spawning bed, and then I play the land that I draw, sack my guy, and draw spawning bed. Oh my god. What a deserved loss. That was one of the more painful games I've played in this format. All right, let's ouch. Ouch, folks. Ouchies. All right. So what do I want to do? I guess I don't really have a sideboard plan. Plummet kills the Sky Spawner, which doesn't seem that good. Probably has more flyers in there, right? But he's just loaded with removal. But maybe Myers Mouse is better for that reason. Yeah, Myers Mouse actually seems reasonable here, doesn't it? Maybe ditch the Swarm Surge. It sat in my hand the whole time. I'm going to ditch the Swarm Surge and try and win through other means. Like value. All right, let's try this. Yeah, it's a good hand. Yeah, it's actually a really good hand. I think we actually started off with the culling drone. Profit's a good one. Well, let's do slaughter drone instead, I guess. Just in case. Off chance. I don't know what he could have, to be honest. Ooh. Now I can do sludge crawler, culling drone. I probably do that. I think the more bodies, the better. All right. It's actually what we like to see. I think we're going to be facing down some Oblivion Strikes shortly here, but we'll play the, I guess the Shriekers first. I mean, the good news is we have so much on the board right now that Oblivion Strike really doesn't do enough. And we hit one of his mini Oblivion Strikes. So I guess I should have left the colorless open for something. Negator, okay. Negator's actually pretty decent for him here. Not insane, though. Containment membrane. Alright. It's pretty good for him, but not like busted. So I can give the Shrieker 4 power, but then I can't play my Reshaper. I don't think that matters. No, but then I can't attack with the Slaughter Drone, so I do want to attack with just both. I don't think he would have blocked the culling drone. So now I guess we'll play another Shrieker. If I play the Matter Reshaper, then I can use the colorless for this next turn and still play Shrieker. Problem is if I use the colorless for this, but I can get the Menace on this. I'm going to play the Reshaper. I don't know if it's right. I mean, he's off black mana. I guess that's good news. Well, ripping lands is not actually the worst here. Sweep away. My opponent's deck is pretty sick. I gotta give him credit. It's one of the more sick decks I've seen. Just, he stole like all the removal from us. I wanted to hit a swamp there. That would have been nuts. Okay. It's actually pretty good for us. We want to play the Matter Reshaper, so we're not going to do anything to the Shrieker, I guess. He has to block here too, which is good. We wouldn't have been able to kill him, though, because I could have gotten in 2 extra points of damage, but he wouldn't have been dead. Containment Membrane, Sweep Away, Triple Oblivion Strike, Grasp of Darkness. Opponent's deck is sweet. It really is sweet. Blinding Drone, Prophet of Distortion. Gravity Indicator is actually kind of questionable in the deck. I mean, it did trade there, which was good for him, but Tar Snare does not seem that good against the 3 toughness things. Unnatural Endurance does not stop Oblivion Strike, and it does not stop Grasp of Darkness, and it doesn't do anything Containment Membrane or Sweep Away, so I don't like that. On the flip side, we don't really have... I could bring in more creatures. That actually might just be what we need. I could do Uprising. He has a Deathless Behemoth to block it, but Lead by Example seems worse in this match just because of the quantity of removal he has. Like, I'm a little bit less interested in non-creature spells. So I kind of want to bring in the Invoker and the Broodhunter Worm, I think. I want to up my creature count. Despite the fact that neither of these work well with Masterwork, I think it's in our best interest to just get more bodies on board over combat tricks against removal. I think that actually makes sense. If we're gonna beat our opponent, we're gonna just have to not let it go late game, I think. All right, it's a keep. It's a good hand. I mean, both colors, 1/2 drop. We've got the potential card advantage. Our opponent, it makes more sense why our opponent wants us to be on the play now. Makes much more sense. But we've got a good, fairly good aggressive hand here. And he didn't have the profit of distortion, which is good news against our blister pod. No 2 drop. It's good news. Punishment's actually pretty good too. No, I definitely want to get in. Alright. Well, 1 removal spell down. No blue mana from our opponent yet. I don't know if that's relevant, but we'll find out. No 3 drop from him. That's good. I think we are, in fact, sacking the blister pod, though, because we want some card advantage right now. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. Okay, let's... So, if we play the Broodhunter Worm, I think we just do it. Next turn we play the Punishment. I think he's likely going to just Oblivion Strike the Broodhunter Worm. Fairly obviously, but then we'll Punishment, and he'll have to discard 4 cards, I think, or discard 2 and lose 5. Both of those seem pretty good. I can also play the Translator, which I probably will end up doing. Well, that's a little bit better. I got rid of a couple islands. That's good news for us. Playing the Slaughter Drone instead of the Translator so I can leave up the Vampiric Rites here, which kind of negates his Oblivion Strike play. Archive is not intimidating. Sky Spawner is unfortunately a bit better. So I can sack the Scion. I kind of want to do that. I think I do. I want some card advantage here. Oblivion Strike, yeah. Well, 2 down, I guess. Let's go Sky Scour. That way, still basically leaving up Vampiric Rites. Not basically, we are leaving up Vampiric Rites. And Remorseless Punishment will get better if he doesn't have blockers out, I guess, right? I guess he gets to draw off Archive, though. Maybe Punishment's just going to be bad. We'll see. It's going to get it. He probably has enough cards in hand to just sack 4 cards. I don't know. If I draw a land, I can play Translator and still leave up Vampiric Rites, which is actually pretty good. Huh. That's interesting. Oh yeah, someone said I said interesting a lot. I guess I do say interesting a lot, don't I? That's interesting. So I can play Reshaper and leave up Vampiric Rites. I can Oblivion Strike, Avenger, but then I can't leave up the Thingers. I think we just Oblivion Strike and swing for 4. I don't mind if he chumps here either. It makes our punishment better. All right, punishment gets better. And Deathless BMS. All right. So let's think about this. I punishment him. Discard 2 cards. How much mana do I have? I have 6 mana. Well, Prophet's going to get kind of carried away, so if we punishment, I think punishment's pretty actually pretty harsh here. Let's just do it. I'm not going to get much better than this. He's going to end up sacking a creature and discarding 2 cards, I think. I don't even think he can afford to lose. He certainly can't afford to lose 5 life here, so we just basically got rid of all of his... Well, that was more card advantage in his hand, too. Just pretty crazy. But he's got a little bit of a clock on us now. So... Then again, we've got a bit of a clock on him, too. And he's in top deck mode. Can scry at upkeep. And he's got 5 lands to work with. Put a card on top. So he found something he's looking for. I mean, we're certainly still in some trouble here. Myers Mouse. A little bit less useful when your opponent's got 1 card in hand. So I can play Translator and leave up Vampiric Rites. I probably want to just do that. Sack the archive. Might not be a bad idea. Get those cards. Opponent's got to dig here. Not digging. Essence Depleter. Wow. It's pretty spicy. So my opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. He can use this twice, which means he goes to 5. Let's say I play a Myers Malice using this. Swing with everything. He blocks my my biggest guy, let's say. Or he blocks blocks my 2/2 and blocks my 3/5. He takes 4 only, which is not lethal. Plus he eats our culling drone. That doesn't seem good enough. Bummer, bro. Bummer, yo. Alright, I guess we take 6 here. Matter Reshaper, and then I can't do the Myers Mouse for the value that I need. So I guess we just go Reshaper. So he's going to drain us for 2. So he can get back up to 5 life. I might need this Malice for next turn. Oh, he's going to be able to drain for 3, isn't he? This is challenging. So he's back up to like 6 life. Six life potential here. All right. So he's got 3 blockers. Say he blocks my 2 3-power guys and that power guy. He takes 4. That is in fact lethal. So I can force him to block with the depleter. The problem is then he kills me with the crackback, right? That is a problem. Let's see if we can draw something here. Sifter's a good one. Sifter is a good one. So if I go Sifter, he's only got 3 blockers. He can go to 4 life. Say I swing with everything. I've got 4 attack. I've got a minute and a half too. I got 4 attackers. He blocks big dude, that dude. He takes 2. That's not enough, as it turns out. Not enough. Let's say I sack the Scion and find another colorless spell. Well, then maybe it's lethal, right? Saddleback Lagak. Let's bottom that. And I think if we rip another colorless cheap spell, That's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. So let's say I sack the... Ugh, I got 45 seconds. So I could get a sludge crawler maybe? I don't know what to do here, folks. I think I gotta go for it. So close, yet so far. Oh, I guess, yeah, even if I drew the thing, I wouldn't have had it. I can't believe I lost this game. I cannot believe I lost this game. All right, we'll see you in the finals.